Esteemed guests, honorable awardees, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the SEG Middle East 10-year anniversary celebration, a gala dinner and award ceremony sponsored by Saudi Aramco and hosted by DGS, the Dhahran Geoscience Society. My name is Izzuddin Al-Fatayirji, and
my name is Noura Isteri, and it is our utmost pleasure to be the master of ceremony to this well-earned and much anticipated event. Before we start, we would like to thank you all for taking the time for joining us this evening. Your presence will certainly make this a memorable night.
The Society of Exploration Geophysicists, or SEG, established its Middle East chapter office in 2012. The SEG Middle East office has served as a hub for the Middle East and Africa regions, providing opportunities for engagement to our members and constituents with activities focused on learning, professional development, knowledge sharing, and networking. Tonight, SEG would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your engagement over the years, recognizing and celebrating your contributions to the society. So now let's take a look at our journey that has led to this momentous celebration with a short video that will document our achievements over the past 10 years.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank our host, DGS, and the volunteers that are helping make this night smooth and unforgettable. Nasher bin Hassan is the current DGS president. He has been working in Saudi Aramco since 2004, started as a computer analyst, programmer, and providing seismic interpretation software support. Throughout this journey, he has been an active member of DGS, holding multiple officer positions throughout the years. He is currently heading the Geophysical Technology Division at XPIC ARC. Please join me in welcoming the DGS President, Nasher bin Hassan, to the stage for a welcome address.
I'm very delighted and honored to stand in front of you today, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy for this anniversary of the SEG, our beloved society that we always collaborated with. DGS is hosting this event today. Actually, we are at DGS pleased and very excited to be the host after the sponsorship of Saudi Aramco. So with this, I will be showing you some of the slides, which are the 2022 term of DGS, which was half pandemic and half physical. So we tried our best to come up with something at least to pave the way in front of the next term next year, inshallah. So. All right. First of all, thank you is not enough to our sponsors, Saudi Aramco, Saudi Geophysical, and BGB. With all your help, with all your commitments, we doing a lot in the committee, and to the variations that we always are connected to. I don't want to forget my beloved committee and the start of volunteering. You will, on the night of volunteering, you will see these stars all the time. So these faces are the ones who carry all the load from for the DGS. It's not me standing in front of you, but all the efforts are done by these people. So some of the activities we had this year, actually, we had like more than 25 activities during this year. Technical presentations. We hosted some residents, as you will see in the slides. We visited schools. We conducted a visit for the orphans. We visited the hospital for the elderly people. We actually had like a record in the field trip this year. We had like 4 or 5 field trips distributed in Saudi Arabia from Jazan all the way to the eastern province. Seismic crew is also another field trip, and in collaboration with our affiliations, ABG, SEG. So let me show you some pictures here, if this works the right way. Okay, so for public outreach, we had several activities. Beginning of the year, we visited the Minerals Forum at Riyadh and then also IPTC. This was a picture from the school visit. We had some technical presentations during the first quarter of 2022. This was one of the efforts with SEG that is distinguished by Dr. Dave Mann. Right, so the residents hosted, we were very lucky that this year we hosting 2 SEG residents at the same year. So this was Anna, February this year, and then tonight, you will be seeing Dr. King Tadman for his speech. IGS is another achievement that together with 9 societies came together to organize and host this giant international geomechanics symposium. It was in Abu Dhabi, and next year, inshallah, it will be here in Saudi Arabia. More than 200 participants from from 36 countries attended that meeting, with more than 155 presentations and 24 sessions. So with this, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I will end up with some video clip that I made during the weekend. So it's like a collection of videos that we made throughout the year. I hope you will enjoy it.
ندخل على الناس السرور، نزرع بساتين وزهور، ننشر أمل والمجتمع فينا فخور. أحلى شعور وبروح حلوة رائعين، عقلب واحد أجمعين، حتى بتعبنا في البذل مستمتعين. متطوعين للغير، متعاونين بالخير، نفيد حتى نستفيد كثير. البذل عادتنا، منه سعادتنا، بالحب نغرس والحصاد كبير.
Make sure you tuck your shirt in, stand straight and be assertive. Don't ever break a promise, speak well, always be honest. Show love as soft as a cushion, don't you dare hurt a woman. Always be on time, be the reason mama smile.
Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work, hard work, work, hard work, work, hard work, work, hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work, hard work. Do it every day. Hard work. I get up about 2:45. Hard work, got to go and earn my pay. Hard work, work. Put my boots on and lace them up. Hard work, work. Got another day's of work. Hard work, hard work. That's what they say. Hard work, hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work, I get off the rock, I move on down. Hard work, got to go, make the call. Hard work, work. On the doors of the mall. Hard work, work. Get up, let's go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work. You bag up your chutes. Hard work, work. Hard work. You load them up. Hard work, work. Hard work. Manifest. Hard work, we go. Hard work, with the sun ready to rock. Hard work, I'm earning my pay.
Thank you, Nasher, for the insightful presentation. It was certainly an honor to serve under your reign this year. And I certainly, and we all look forward to better things and even more things to come in the following year under the next DGS president. Our next speaker is Mohammed Badri, Vice President of Technology for the Middle East region at John Crane Company. Before his current position, he worked for Schlumberger, or now SLB, for 30 years. In various business lines, including Western GECO, wireline, formation evaluation, geomechanics, and completions. He has published over 70 papers and has over 20 US granted patents. Please join me in welcoming Mohammed Badri to the stage, the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee Chair.
Assalamu alaikum, and good evening, everyone. It's very nice to see everyone here at this celebration of 10 years of SEG office in the Middle East. Let me, first of all, welcome Ken Tubman, the SEG president, who took the time and the effort to fly from Houston all the way here to Saudi Arabia, to Dhahran, to celebrate with us the celebration of the 10 years anniversary of the SEG. And I want to say that before the SEG office started, the SEG members did not have a representation office that they can meet and collaborate and then discuss about the challenges they are facing in their work. It started, first of all, was under the GEO, and the GEO, different GEO conferences, where, the three societies, AAPG, EAGE, and SEG were under one organization or one conference, but it used to be held only once every 2 years. So the SEG members in the region did not really have, the proper representation that they can really work under, And so that's why it was more difficult and it was more challenging in order for the SEG members to get together and network and then, plan ahead what they want to do. And also we should keep in mind that the energy transition, brought, challenges and opportunities in CCS and also in hydrogen, in solar and wind and so on. So there are many challenges, but also to the SEG members. So this is fantastic. And then in 2012, when SEG headquarters decided to open an office in the Middle East, it was, a thrilling time, and it was a pleasure time that they started this office, because most of the SEG activity were US-centric. A lot of the activities were based in North America, and not much is happening in the Middle East in terms of SEG activities until the office has opened. So the SEG headquarters in Tulsa realized that they need to have a presence in the region in order for the SEG members to meet and collaborate and then exchange the challenges they have and then learn from each other about the best practices. So it's not only that the SEG office thought of opening it, but then established the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee. From representatives from different companies. And then the communication and also the collaboration between the SEG office in Dubai and also the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee members from Saudi Aramco, from KOC, from PDO, and from ADNOC, and other companies, they all met together. And then they brought all the challenges into a discussion among the committee to decide what the community or what the members are interested in looking at, and decide on the plan going forward, what kind of event we should have, what kind of workshop, and what kind of forums, and what kind of symposia that we should have, and then start drafting the sort of the white paper of each event, and then develop it, and then assemble the committee and form the event. So this has been fantastically working extremely well, and that you can see that it is now over 10 years. SEG probably has passed or surpassed the expectations of many of the members of region by what they have delivered over the 10 years. So this is extremely important, and it's very valuable. The other thing I want to mention also, the sponsorship by Saudi Aramco, by by ADNOC, by KOC, by PDO, by SLB, by CNPC, and by other companies, CGG and Baker Hughes and so on. They all sponsor the event, and without the sponsorship of these activities, this will not have the success that we have achieved. So I would like to recognize these fantastic companies, NOCs and IOCs, academia, and also the service provider for their contribution and their support in order to make this event extremely successful for the region. And the third point I want to mention is really the hard work of the SEG Middle East office. Their support and their incredible energy is probably unbelievable, because they are always there for help and always there for support 24/7. And they never get tired of planning activity and also responding to the people. So the SEG Middle East office in Dubai is headed by Yugani, that's sitting here, and also by her team, Anika and Havana, and also by Maxine. So they've done an incredible job in terms of putting together all the activities and also helping out with the with the events that we are doing. I am also personally, I'm very proud to be member of the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee, and I hope that everyone also feeling pride. You can see that I put here SEG me. This is SEG me. That means we want everybody to be SEG member, right? So this kind of pin, all the award, the people who are going to receive the award for recognizing their work is going to receive one of those. So that way they become a family of people who volunteered or who contributed, to the activities of the region. So without much delay, because we have the award that we have to go through. So I would like to make sure that I invite all the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee members to the stage, please. Dr. Adil and Samir and Beth, Andrew, everybody, Ahmed. Yeah, please come here. Very good. Can the SEG president to come to the stage, please? Please come here. So on behalf of the SEG Middle East Advisory Committee, and because we want to give a momentum to Ken, so he will remember his visit to Saudi Arabia and the great culture of Saudi Arabia. So the committee decided to give him something that he will cherish and he will keep in his office back in Houston and remember us. So this is for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please hold on to this. So now I would like to ask the SEG, the advisory committee, to take your seat back on your tables and ask Ken to stay on the stage to give his talk. And before he starts, I would like to read his biography, if you allow me. So Ken Tubman has spent more than 35 years in the energy industry. He currently serves as the chairman of the board of directors of SA Exploration, a leading seismic acquisition company. A common thread through, though most of his career, is involvement in the technology delivery and development. Active involvement has been part of Tubman's more than 40 years of membership in SEG. His participation has included being a member of the multiple committees and task forces, including topics as varied as digital transformation and public affairs. reviewing technical submission, organizing events, and working as part of the SEG leadership on the SEAM board of directors and the SEG board as a director at large. Ken, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very much an honor to be here. And of course, while I appreciate the token, it will help to remember, but the real memories are the people. And I appreciate the token for remembrance, but the real memories are the excellent conversations, the terrific technology we've seen while we've been here. Thank you for sharing all that with me, and the great suggestions, both from Saudi Aramco, also from the university today. People are engaged, involved, making excellent suggestions for the future of SEG. I very much appreciate that. I'll just say a few things quickly about SEG and where we are and what we're trying to do. We do have some challenges today. What we have, you can see on the left, our membership. And the industry has been through some difficult times over the past few years. There's a lot of discussion of energy transition, and for various reasons, our membership has faced some challenges. And if you see, the blue bars are active members. These are people like me who've been members for more than 30 years, and you see this is holding pretty stable. That's a good thing. We have the yellow bars are emeritus. These are our more senior members who've been around for a long time. This is growing. Not that we're not happy to have it grow, but if you couple that with the bars that are our student members in red and our associate members, those who are a little more recent into our society, they have dropped a lot. And this is a challenge we face. We have provided a great community for people who've been around for some time and have built relationships. We need to do better at building that relationships with our younger members. With that comes a decline and a challenge for some of our revenue. But of course, we're not a profit. We just need to have enough resources to hold our programs. So what we did here is we talked with some focus groups. We talked with people who are members, who have been members for a long time, people who are no longer members, people who are never members. And we wanted to hear, what do we need to do? What is of interest to them? And we heard a few things. One, everyone has value in community and connections. As you have here, you walk around, you see people you know, it makes you happy and you feel part of something when we are here. We need to have that sense of belonging. Everyone cares about career development. Career development may take different forms. For students, it's learning technical. For people in mid-career, it's making more connections. And for people who are maybe older and been around, it's a chance to give back and to do some mentoring. We need significantly better diversity in age, as I discussed, in demographics, but also in geography. We have more of our members around the world than we do in North America, but in my opinion, not enough of our leadership comes from around the world. So we're working on that as well. And some of our approaches, we need to modernize a little bit. We need to be more connected, more collaborative, more digital. We need to be a bit more nimble and not just get stuck. And some of the things like regionally active, again, this SMAC that you saw up here recently, in my opinion, they're leading and setting the way. It's nice that Mohammed Badri points out that 10 years ago there was no representation. I'm now happy to see that the Regional Advisory Committee in the Middle East is not only giving representation, but also taking the lead and showing the rest of the world and the rest of the SEG advisory committees how to have an active society, how to have an active community, and to behave and lead in a regional way and provide what the region needs. So to make some difference here and to make some changes, we formed this transformation task force. It's a small group who are tapping in all over SEG. And we formed 7 sub-teams for really the big problems we see, but I'm only going to talk about the top 3. These are our focus. 1 is to create a community. 2 is to look a bit at our governance, and also then to look at career development. In community, what we have done, and it just rolled out this past week, was make an online digital community. We actually have been looking for younger generations also to step up. So we had a woman in her 30s who said, had a suggestion, so we said, great, you could do it. For those who were at the university this afternoon, we had some students with great ideas, and we tried the same thing. You have an idea? Help to do it. So we have someone who has stepped up to do it, and just this week we were able to roll out an online community for a couple of reasons. One, our younger members naturally communicate more online and more digitally, but it also means we don't have to physically travel to Houston or any place else. We can engage online. So that's up and going. How it works: on the SEG website there is a button to join the community. When you join, you're admitted. We ask you to come in and introduce yourself. You'll see others, and then start to post questions, ask for help, offer help, and in this way we hope to build a digital community around the world and through all age groups. It's online now. Another thing we're doing for career development, and this hits at another thing we have to do, is be collaborative. We as SEG cannot function and deliver sufficient value if we just act alone. We need to work with our other societies. As you know, there are many societies in our industry and in our disciplines. We need to pull those together. The challenges we face will be solved by these multiple disciplines, not just one. So we as societies also need to find ways to work together. So we've already started that in a number of ways. Our annual meeting is no longer an SEG meeting. It is combined with Image. IPTC meeting is combined with other societies, and we're looking for more. So we have career development priorities in networking, and we're working on a recognition program. So as younger members volunteer and help, they get some recognition for that. We are working on a joint search portal with SEG, with SPE. They have developed an artificial intelligence search portal that works very well. They would like us to bring our geophysical database to that, and we would like access to theirs. So we are developing a co-branded search portal, again, in conjunction with SPE. They have also invited us into a federated learning effort where they are working with SLB and Shell and Petrobras and Hess, and also EAGE, SPE, and SEG together to work to have an artificial evaluation of people's skills and resumes and put it into a database, and also work with companies adding their job requirements into that database and doing some analysis. So we can look to match, not just for making a job now, but for someone who's developing in their career to see what skills they might need to develop for what jobs might be out there, and for people looking to fill jobs, what skills, other skills might be out there for a broader view of how to do it. Governance. Governance for us is not about rules and regulations. Only a little bit if we have rules that get in the way. It's more about our behaviors. There's nothing that has prevented us from being more globally aware, more regionally focused, and more regionally attentive. So it's a behavior, it's not a rule. So we're working on that, changing some of our behaviors. We have some volunteers and staff from certain places where they haven't had a whole view. So coming around, engaging and hearing ideas from around the world is some of the things we have to do. So there's already some examples here. We would like to have corporate membership where a company can have one arrangement, simplify their administration, and have one arrangement for membership for all their employees. Right now our rules don't allow that, so we'll change it. We also look to have people join the online community, whether they're members or not, but if they want to become a member, maybe offer a discount. So we're looking to make adjustments like that and doing other things to make our decision making a bit faster. Other changes. The most read page in any of our publications is the President's page in the Leading Edge. And traditionally, this has been by a senior member of the board, maybe the President or some other board member. But again, just changing our behaviors, we're opening up. So you'll see in this month's edition, already in the mail, our President's page is actually written by Samara Omar, a student at Colorado School of Mines. She's been active in SEG for a bit, and so we have asked, rather than having our older members tell us what the younger people want, we've asked the young people to have a voice and give them a voice so that they can say, here's a perspective from our view, and here's how we want SEG to be. And so that's one. And next month in January, we have another young woman, Eli Ardakani, will be writing on the community that she has created and what she hopes to do. So we're changing our behaviors. Another, SEG has a humanitarian program, Geoscientists Without Borders. It's a very nice program. It addresses the humanitarian delivery and impact that so many of our younger members really want to see in the society. And we're also, again, we don't have any rules to stop it, so we're looking at ways that companies can participate in this and maybe address specific challenges that they would like to address in their countries or nearby countries or countries in which they work. So rather than being restrictive to previous ways, maybe we can help work with specific companies and see what they can do. So what we're trying to do is modernize SEG, more collaborative, much more of a community, and bring in younger members. So I encourage all of you to look at our digital community and to join, and hopefully there you'll meet some of our future and help create it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ken, for the insightful presentation. If we can still have you for a little bit longer on the stage, as we would like to request Samer Al-Ashgar, Executive Director of Exploration at Saudi Aramco, to join us on the stage to hand over a small token of appreciation to Ken. We would also like to take this opportunity to invite the DGS committee to the stage for a memorable photo with our guests of honor.